What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now we are going to talk about Apple's chart. Is Apple going to keep on running? Let's get into it. And guys, if you're looking for a Discord, the link is in the description or in the comments of videos. Guys, we post our own plays if you want to come in. Guys, we do a lot of good plays if you want to come in. Especially if you just want to talk about the market, this is the place. Link is in the description. All right, let's talk about Apple's chart. Apple's chart did pump. Now, there is one thing that I didn't really point out yesterday because, the news of Apple didn't really come out. There's like 7 things that Apple came out, and Musk actually got mad. But the thing is, not a lot of people are kind of getting what Musk is really mad about. So with Apple actually put in transmitters where you can radio transmit. So pretty much you can record conversations and everything, and it's going to be activated very soon in a lot of these new Apple products. That's what Musk doesn't like. Imagine your phone listening to you with AI and a big corporation like Tesla. That's what Musk is mad about. And a lot of the new phones, a lot of the new, MacBooks, they already have it in it. The tools are in it. So like when Bluetooth came out back in, years and years ago, Bluetooth actually had the stuff for Bluetooth in the phones before Bluetooth even came out. So if you're really wondering why Musk is putting out that stuff, threatening Apple and stuff like that, like, hey, we're going to put your iPhones in bags and stuff, that's what he's actually mad about. Not a lot of people are understanding what's really going on. I actually had to dig for this because I was kind of confused why Musk was mad. I mean, I kind of get why he was mad, but yeah, there's a radio transmitting device in your Apple phones and your MacBooks that AI is going to use to record and learn things about you. That's kind of scary, honestly. Like, can you imagine having a multi-billion-dollar company and you have thousands and thousands of employees walking through your buildings and it's just getting all recorded and it's just going all straight to Apple? You never know. I'm just saying that's pretty much what he's mad about. And there's probably other reasons too. I imagine he's not liking a lot of these things that are coming out. But let's talk about the market, right? So Apple actually did have a push. It was mostly due to a lot of the different opportunities that Apple has come. Oh, and one more thing. I am so jealous of the kids that are going to be born in 2024 to the kids that were born in 1990. The reason why is because of the new calculator that can do your math problems on the tablets, on the calculator, your notes. That's just crazy how you can write out a math problem and it just gives you the answer and breaks it down for you. I don't know how that's going to affect college and middle school and high school, but man, you kids are so lucky these days. I tell you that. Algebra sucked so bad. But yeah, so let's get into it, right? So what's pumping the market, right? It's Apple. Apple again. But let me show you something. So from here to here, this is about $25 in the triple Qs, just alone off of Apple. Now, what can back up Apple, right? What can push Apple? What can make Apple go up to and make new highs and keep pushing the market? Well, there's really nothing. Nothing is just really backing up Apple on this push, and it's kind of very scary because if this thing rejects, it's going to reject very hard. How would it reject, right? What would bring down Apple and bring down the market? Well, like I said, you have to check the Mega 7. So let's go over and check the Mega 7 real quick. Let's actually go check its competitor. Let's go check Microsoft. What's Microsoft doing? Well, pre-market, about 20 minutes before, just at resistance. That's all it is. So let's go to another company. Let's go to Amazon, right? Still at resistance. So there's Microsoft, Amazon's not going to pump Apple. Let's go to Tesla. What did Tesla do yesterday? Actually, it broke its 50 and 20 moving average. So that's not good. Let's go to AMD. What did AMD do yesterday? Oh, it broke its 50 and 20 moving average. Let's go to Meta. I updated the channel actually. So it kind of got a little bit wired, but the older it gets, more, it's going to change. Meta's at resistance. Let's go to NVDA. What's NVDA doing? At resistance. Let's go to, what's another one? Let's go to DXY. Did DXY break support and keep on dropping? Let me turn the 20-minute average off. No, it's pretty much back at support. Let's go to the 10-year. What is 10-year doing? It actually did have a nice drop this morning. Oh, wow, we're back at the same spot where we were. Pretty much it's going to bounce and go back into the channel. So pretty much there's nothing backing up this rally at all on the triple Qs or on Apple or on the Nas. Pretty much this whole little pump is made by Apple. Now, But we're in a bull market, right? We're in a bull market. Well, if you think a 250 point, 300 point rally in the Nas is a bull market, that's on you. That's up to you. But I'm telling you right now, if you are hoping for the 10-year to keep on breaking, if you're hoping for the Mega 7 to keep on pushing and making new highs when they're pretty much dropping, let's back it up on the triple QE. What's triple QE doing, right? Well, the triple QE should be breaking out, right? If we're in a bull market, right? It should just keep on going, right? Well, it's not really doing anything. It's just sitting at resistance, floating. We've been pretty much floating for like 3 weeks in a lot of these. The only thing that's been moving the market is Apple. So you need to take in that kind of information than just looking at one stock or one index. But the triple Qs is at 472 this morning. Guys, we're at 470, 465, 468, whatever you want to say in the triple Qs. It's not 2022 anymore. We're not at 280 anymore. So you have to think about this. When you have a $465 stock, what's 1% of that? Well, that's $4.62 or 65 cents. You get what I'm saying? So 1% move is only like 180 points in the Nas. So if the Nas decides to take a 200 point drop or say a 400 point drop, because that's normal on drops, right? When we drop, we have very aggressive drops. So let's go to the Nas real quick, right? Let's just point out this one right here. So we came up to here, we rejected, we went from 19 to say 18, so about an 800 point drop. What's an 800 point drop in the triple Qs? Well, let's go up to here. That's say 450 to 415. An 800 point drop. Guys, if you're an old trader, you know how easy it is to drop 400 points in the Nas. That's a good healthy drop. Now, if you're an old trader, you know that you can have 400 point drops back to back easily. That's just a common thing, especially when you're at resistance and everyone rejects, and then you have Apple breaking out of the channel, and then it just says, okay, there's nothing backing me up, I need to take a step back, and it drops. Guys, you kind of have to get that grasp. You get what I'm saying? So just throwing that out there. Oh, and by the way, actually, let me correct myself. Yeah, it was right here. Sorry. So yeah, 800 points right here. That would be 460 to about $20 in triple Qs, about 800 points. So pretty much all we've been doing is in the Nas. Let's pull it up. So since June, since here, we've only went up 400 points. We're not in a bull market. This is a sideways movement. Market's going sideways. A lot of the Mega 7 is just going sideways. This pump is from Apple. It's the exact same pump. So when Apple rejects, it's just going to come back down. We could trade sideways a little bit longer, then reject, or we could just pretty much just bounce around and then reject. It's really going to come down to when all the other Mega 7 reject, especially Microsoft. When Microsoft rejects, Apple's going to reject. It's going to be not very good, because usually when you have these tops hit like that, Microsoft can drop very fast, especially when it rejects off of the top of the channels, like this old support. So just wanted to go over some basic information, just like to point out, because people are going to say, oh, we're in a bull market. Nas is at resistance. People said the exact same thing here. People were screaming, we're in a bull market right here. We're going to rally back up. We're not in a bull market. We're in a sideways top. But how can you say that? We've been going up. Guys, this right here is a bull market. That's a bull market. From going from February, from July to here is not a bull market. Just because you have Apple pop and it pushes the triple Qs $5 more up than average. So like pretty much from here to here is sideways movement. But what about this? It's making new highs because of Apple. Apple, what? Is Apple going to be like, okay, guys, I'm making new highs. Microsoft, you're next, out of nowhere. Just go ahead and do it. Tesla, go ahead and start pumping back to $400 a share. Amazon, what happened to 2,300? Go ahead and start pushing to 2,300 again, just because. There's nothing backing it up. Now, if the 10-year was breaking support and holding and making new lows, yeah, then we could push higher. But the 10-year is not making new lows. It's just back at the same lows. It's probably going to just bounce. It's going to push. The only reason why the 10-year actually got pushed down was because of Apple. Now, if you're thinking the 10-year is going to keep on going lower, that means you're betting against a channel that's been going on since 2022, and that's not a channel you really want to bet on and saying, hey, I know this channel's 5 years old, but I'm going to bet that it's going to break this week. No, that's gambling. Don't do that. Trade your channels. Trade your channels. Just because Apple's making new highs doesn't mean it's going to hold. Now, when these other Mega 7 reject, especially, it's pretty obvious in the triple QE. When the triple QE, all the Mega 7 put together in an equal weight, when they reject, Apple is going to get pushed down, and that could actually push us down to maybe a new low past this low, because you know what I'm saying? Apple, there's a lot of head weight on Apple, and when you say, when you run and you run and you run, you get tired, and then you'll lay down on the ground because you're just exhausted. That's what's going to happen to Apple. And if Apple starts to drop, it's going to push a lot of these Mega 7 companies down to their support. And if there's still enough room on Apple, so like here, let me show you. So say if Apple drops to like right here, right? But there's so much more room for Apple to drop. If there's more room for Apple to drop, and then you have Mega 7 companies already at their support, say if it comes down to support like that, and Apple continues to drop, it's going to push these Mega 7 past these support levels. And that's not going to be good for you bulls. So just throwing that out there, if you are a bull, that's what you need to keep your eye on. If you are hoping for a bull market, just be very careful. Just trade your channels. Don't hope for a bull market. Don't hope for a bear market. Just trade your channels. We already know what Apple's going to do. It's going to reject. It's going to reject. It's going to push Microsoft down. It's going to push everyone back down. They're still in their channels. The only channel that broke is Apple, but it's just going to be, the channel is going to hold. It's not going to break. I doubt it, because the only way that Apple's channel can break and keep on going and pushing the market is for Microsoft channels to break, Tesla channel to break. Well, Tesla and AMD broke past their 50 and 20 moving average yesterday, but no one's talking about it. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of things behind this little rally that people are excited about. Oh, we're at 472 in the triple Qs finally. Guys, how long did it take to hit 472 in the triple Qs? Think about it. Just think about it. How long did it take? It took NVDA earnings, it took Apple's earnings, and it took Apple coming out with news just to hit this level. It didn't come from, oh, this is a great market, inflation's down. Inflation's still sideways, came out today. FOMC is later today. Just be very careful. Everyone, if you traded back in 2022, you kind of know what could happen if FOMC minutes does come out, or not minutes, sorry, FOMC. You get what I'm saying? CPI used to pump the market really hard, and FOMC would just destroy it back down. So just don't be that guy. If you are up, there's never a wrong time to take gains, but we're not in a bull market. Not yet. And if you think we're going to be in a bull market from just Apple, nah. 13% of the triple Qs is not going to pump the entire market. You need everything to break out. You need the 10-year to break past support. You need DXY to break past support. You need pretty much 5 out of the Mega 7 companies to break out of their channels, out of their resistance to keep on pushing. And you need all the indexes to break out. Let's check the indexes, right? What did the SP 500 do? Didn't do nothing. Still at the top of the channel. Let's check the NAS. What did it do? At the top of the channel. What about the triple Qs? It's breaking out. Oh my goodness, we're in a bull market. Woo! No, that's just a couple dollars. What about SPY? Still at the top of the channel. Nothing really going on. We just pretty much been at the top of the channel and floating. What about Dow, right? Because Dow is small cap. Small cap should be pumping, right? If we're in a bull market, right? Dow is not doing anything, just floating. What about the Russell? Do I have the Russell? Did I delete the Russell? I think I accidentally did. Yeah, but you get the picture. I just wanted to show you, some things. You need to take in everything as a trader. You can't just sit there and say, oh my gosh, triple Q's at 472. We're going to 490. What would back up that claim, right? That's what you have to look at as a trader. You can't just look at one stock or one index or, two stocks or two mega companies. You have to look at everything. So just wanted to go over that. Apple is probably going to hold the market probably for a couple more days. And I guarantee you the reason why is probably because of this big bad boy right here. That was a lot of puts, and we haven't had that since 2022, right before the bear market. That's funny. But yeah, I just wanted to just point that out and kind of take in grasp what the market's trying to do. It's trying to wait you out. It's trying to give you hope. It's trying to, say, hey, we're in a bull market. We're not in a bull market. We're not in a bear market. We're not in any market. We're just pretty much trading sideways. But how can you say that? Guys, I had this conversation yesterday. This is sideways. This right here is a bull market right here. This right here is a bear market right here. This right here is not a bull market. That's a sideways market. And one thing, it's the exact same thing as this. But just remember, when everybody was screaming bull market here, then a bear market came because all the Mega 7 rejected. So just take that in. Don't trade off of hope. Trade off of charts. I'm telling you, you'll do better. You'll see better. You'll understand the market better. But just food for thought. Today's probably going to be boring. Yeah, the Nasdaq is up $100, 180 points. Probably going to go back to zero. Probably jump up 100. It's going to be funky. Probably until probably Friday. We probably won't get anything. So I'm going to go to the pool today. Have a good day. I'll be in the Discord. Come hang out. Later, guys. Oh, and don't drink and drive.